Super Monkey Ball. You just
Hey.
told me between recordings you're already on episode 21 or level 21.
I'm on 22 now.
22. Oh my god. I had trouble believing that when you said it to me, and I said, "No, that can't be right. We didn't go through 21 boards."
Boards?
You know.
I guess these can be called boards.
I would call it a board. I mean, look at it. It's yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
If it's arcadey, I'd call it a board. Like back when we used to go to the arcade as kids, we'd call them boards, and then if it was a console game, we'd call them levels.
Oh, I see.
But when it's arcadey like this, I feel compelled to call it a board because it is a board that you are tilting with the controller. So you know, I feel like it just makes sense. But this is tricky. It's getting tricky now, Red.
Oh man. Ooh.
Whoa.
That's from the second Monkey Ball game.
What do you mean?
Well, that level. This game is Deluxe. It's the first and second game mashed together into one.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I only played the second Monkey Ball because that's what we had. But when PS2 came out, I got this one, and my life was complete. Anyway, we're both in British Columbia right now, and the weather is insane.
Yeah, we wanted to mention that. I'm happy you brought that up because
it's what you were all waiting for.
What is going on? I'm a 5-hour drive away from you.
Yeah.
And we both realized as we were starting this that we've had the same weird phenomenon happen, which is we've gotten a bit of a heat wave.
Yeah, it was blistering wind for
and
like
Arctic
weeks.
Cold for
Spring
a few weeks. Yeah, the last few weeks have been
skipped.
very cold.
I was looking
now it's
so
just
forward to spring.
And you know, being able to wear light jackets and
then
leggings
overnight it became a desert over here.
It's 20 degrees over
Crazy.
here.
It went from
let me check.
-3 to like 20 degrees.
Yeah, it's where I am right now. It's actually 18 degrees, but yesterday we hit 24.
Wow.
That is so warm for this time of year.
It's crazy. This doesn't happen till like June or July.
Usually, yeah. Especially here because we normally have a ton of rain where I'm in more of a rainforest climate and you happen to live in a semi-arid desert.
Yeah.
So this is the type of you're in a literal desert. I love it.
Weird.
You're in a desert. Sorry, that never ceases to be funny
That's
to me.
Okay, we have scorpions in some holes.
You do, and Red is living in the place where we grew up. Actually, I'm the one who left.
Yeah.
And I can remember actual moments where I'd be standing in some desolate-looking place and a tumbleweed would just roll by lazily.
It's beautiful here. The dead
It actually
plants
is,
are great to look at.
Everything's dead or on fire.
So many fires and random flash flooding over here.
Yeah. Well, it's the same in
While
Greece.
everything's on fire, we have flash flooding.
Kinda weird.
Yeah.
That's nature.
Mm-hmm. Nature can be.
But
crazy.
yeah, I'm not excited about the heat because
if it's this hot right now, it's probably gonna get way worse later.
It's that, or hopefully it's just a wave and it'll go back to. I mean, if I look at the weather, because weather's so interesting to talk about, but
Yeah. They've been
like
waiting
over
a whole
here
week to hear about the weather.
Actually over the next 2 days it's supposed to drop to 11 and rain all weekend, so that makes sense here. But for you guys where you are, I'm actually curious to hear how it's going. I don't know if it's nostalgia or what, but like the changing of the seasons are so different even though we're so close to each other.
Yeah, it's pretty odd.
Oh, sorry, someone's texting me. Yeah, it's weird. Like, you know, I leave and then I always kind of wonder, what is it like back in the desert?
Yeah.
our sweet old desert.
Probably hot.
And gross and
Unless
Making your
it's
skin
winter
crack.
when it's frigid.
Yeah. And you get tons of snow there.
Yeah. We get all the full seasons. Except spring this year. Where'd it go?
Poor Spring. Rest in peace, Spring. We miss you.
No one should get left behind.
Yeah.
But
Sad.
spring did.
What is this? You've got a bunch of things in your way.
This is a bonus stage from the second game.
Oh.
In the first game, you had to collect all the bananas in the bonus games, but in the second game, you can just mess around.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
So you're just having fun.
Yeah.
I'm noticing for the first time that this is timed as well.
This whole game is timed.
Didn't even pay attention.
Seriously? I almost lost a few levels ago. He was counting down from 10, and it was so... Oh, so stressful.
That sounds stressful.
This narrator is cruel and unusual. He has, there's a lost audio file of him, actually, where he's even meaner to you, and he's, like, sarcastic.
No way.
I don't remember what he says. Jim, if you can find it, you should play that.
Definitely. That sounds hilarious.
Yeah.
And I guess they just decided he was too mean.
Whoever this guy is, it would be a dream to meet him.
Speaking of mean guys, by the way,
Yeah.
although shout out to the narrator of this, I actually have a head something I wanted to tell you.
Okay.
So, like, yesterday, I went out to the supermarket with a mutual friend of ours. The one I always hang out with, you know who it is. I don't want to name drop, but the one that we call husband.
Oh, yes.
He's not my actual husband, but
Wait,
that's what we call each
Brofalo or
other.
Brosaurus?
Brofalo.
Oh,
Brofalo.
cool. He's my Brofalo and her husband.
Side note, Red has weird nicknames for everybody I know. I don't know why. She's done it ever since she was little.
Don't worry
We'll
about
get
it.
I'm sure that'll come up a lot as we go. But anyway, so we went out to get some dinner because we were playing a bunch of different side scrollers and having fun because he has PlayStation Plus and he loses track of you know, what games he has. And so we usually have these like nights where we just go nuts playing all these games. And we wanted samosas, so we went out to the supermarket that has a really good deli and we were getting a bunch of food. And it's if you live in Canada, you'll know it. Safeway. We were at Safeway, and every Safeway has a Starbucks in it.
Oh, really?
But it's not yeah, or at least most Safeways
Not
do,
over
right?
here.
Oh,
shoot.
well, I'm in a real city and you're not. You're like in a town, but if you go to the no, it's Safeway Extra. Safeway opened this new.
Extra?
Yeah, they're very extra.
Oh my god.
They're actually called that. I'm not joking. Yeah, so we were at Safeway Extra, which they happen to live by, and each one has a Starbucks in it, like an open Starbucks.
Okay.
Kind of like how Target does in America.
Target has them too? Wow.
I think so. I don't know. I've only been to Target a few times.
Okay.
They failed here in Canada, but anyway.
Yeah.
I digress. There was the little open Starbucks, and this man started repeating the same thing over and over again, yelling at the young woman behind the counter that she should apologize to him because she stood up for herself and said, please don't, talk to me that way, because he was being super rude to her.
Oh.
And then he just kept yelling at her, saying, why you say that to me? Why you say that to me? And then, he said, you should apologize to me for talking to me that way. But it was because she specifically was standing up for herself because he was being horrible to her.
Oh, jeez.
It was just this weird cycle. And then the other woman who was working behind the counter at the Starbucks wasn't doing anything. And it was weird because she walked up to him at first and said, I'll call security. Please don't do this. And then he said, go ahead. And then she just went to going back to cleaning the blender.
What?
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, and then I stepped in because no one else was doing anything and he was holding up a line and I said, will you stop?
Wow.
You're being very rude. And then he
like
turns around and gets up in my face. He's this older gentleman. And I mean, like, I don't know if he was just having a bad day or whatever, but, he said, the woman said to me that I'm always rude to her. And I said, well, she's got a point if you're acting this way to someone you don't even know. I mean, you're obviously having other issues in your life if you're getting hung up over something some person in a Starbucks says to you, and you're now making it everybody else's problem.
Oh my gosh. Some people just want to watch the world burn.
Batman, I love it. So anyway, long story short, all these people that were waiting to get their drinks, they watched me have a shouting match with this man. It was very awkward.
That's awesome.
And then he finally stalked away because I told him, get out of here. You're obviously not listening to anybody and you need to like take some time and cool off because you are shaking and ragey and I don't know, you're obviously being unreasonable. Like, you're not gonna stop and hear what people are saying.
Wow.
Which is too bad that he didn't even have the capacity to do that and go, oh, I'm gonna be a giant, instead of saying, oh, maybe I'm a little cranky today or something. Instead, he was all, I'm not leaving until this woman apologizes to me because I have an ego the size of the sun.
That's so annoying.
And then when I was done, the best part was I turn over and there's this man with a bunch of young ladies. I don't know if they were a sports team or something. And they just said, wow, well done.
Nice, man. Look at you.
And I thought, well, why didn't you guys do anything? But at the same time, thanks, I guess. Does no one else want to deal with situations like that? Are we, And then they said, are you waiting? Do you want to go ahead of us? For the Starbucks line. And I said, I'm not getting a Starbucks. I'm just trying to order some food. And he was, harshing my vibe. So
Oh, wow.
just sticking my nose in it.
You've
but
always been really good at speaking out to people.
Well, I mean, it seems weird to me sometimes when, especially in this situation, this was a young lady being completely yelled at for such a silly reason, and no one was doing anything. Like, what would you do?
I would probably stand there awkwardly and watch. Because I wouldn't know what to do. But you are the exact opposite. You actually go up and say something. It's great. I wish I could do that.
Oh, well, thanks, man.
I mean, if someone drops something in front of me, I'll help them. But when it comes to like confronting someone, I freak out.
Well, I can get that. Confrontation's a scary thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Right. Well, that was some light combo.
This of weather and mean people.
Oh, wow. Well, that's it.
We'll
for
do this
one.
again. I don't even know how many levels we've gone through.
I'm on 39 now.
Oh my god.
I love this game.
Alright, we'll pick this up next time.
Yep, okay. I love you. Bye.
Alright, okay, love you, bye.